Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Her smile.
Who?
Stacey smiles. She's like, LB keeps making me out to be the bad guy. I'm gonna look really, really nice.
Huh? Oh, I'm
A
not.
little crazy. Welcome to the A Collective.
The girls are fighting.
The media is already setting
For sisterhood meets sad. Girl, this is funny.
I'm putting bloopers in at the end of every episode.
Welcome in, everybody, to this week's episode of the A Collective. We're going to talk about the TikTok ban, 15-hour TikTok ban. I'm Shannon, and hanging out with me are...
I'm LV.
I'm
Stacy.
Here we go.
Lordy, and I actually am LB, but apparently I'm gonna be Stacy today.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how it works.
Goody. I'm just gonna.
The confusion, y'all, goes along with the topic. Just goes along with all the chaos.
Let me tell
We're
you
on
something.
brand. We're on brand.
We are on brand for the last 24 hours.
Dude, the mind fuck and whiplash.
Fuckery is what it was. The whole day yesterday, everybody was doing their goodbye videos. Thank you, TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for everything that you've done. We had a lot of crash out. We had a lot of emotional videos, and then only to be back the next morning. And people like,
I'm back. I text somebody and I was like, the audacity and the politics of it all.
it's disgusting.
It's awful.
It's Trump talk now.
Absolutely awful.
We're on Trump talk.
They played with people. They absolutely played with people. The goodbye message had Trump in it. The welcome back message had Trump in it. You're playing politics with the app.
I do think they came back early because they didn't like that. Then he said, I want American
50%.
hold 50%.
But why? Okay, so why do you think they didn't like that? I mean,
Because they don't want to sell. I mean, Show has made it pretty clear, hasn't he?
I don't know. I feel like anybody can be bought at this point.
nothing would surprise me, but I would be highly disappointed if they sold and the government had a 50% stake in it, because it's state-sponsored media at that point. I wouldn't trust anything seen on this platform, and they're going to censor. What would be the point?
Do we trust other platforms that we're on?
No.
Exactly. So it's like, hey, just go on and join the conglomerate. We've got all the tech bros here, so they want a piece of the pie. They're all going to inauguration.
They are, but I mean, there are people building out things. There's Neptune, fan base is launched. It's kind of glitchy right now, but could be viable. I think there will be some other competitors in the space. It's just waiting for them to develop and become more TikTok-esque, because I think that's what people are looking for at this point who are on TikTok. They're looking for something that is TikTok-esque. So, and that takes time because TikTok wasn't built overnight, and they've slowly added features as it's aged.
I mean, the algorithm is the thing that everybody wants, right?
Secret sauce, baby.
So if you sell that,
they've been very
over.
clear. They're not selling that.
I don't know.
So you
I don't have
even-
faith. Yeah, I don't have faith. The messaging was just very interesting for them to say that. So unless there's a disconnect on the CEO level and the staff level, I don't know. It's concerning because now we come into an administration that is going to take claim that I saved it. I saved the day. Agent of chaos. This is what we have. Drama. And then, I'm the savior.
He was the shit starter.
He was.
And
So
that's
how
the
many
thing.
people realize that, though? People don't
Clearly
hold
not
him
many.
accountable. Exactly.
They've forgotten. They've forgotten. He started this. Well, they should be banned.
That one woman just on TikTok, she told me that he didn't try to ban it. He got the servers moved to Texas. Meanwhile, what I could find was in his archives on August 6, 2020, where he did an executive order trying to ban TikTok.
And why? Because they were sabotaging his rallies and everything for him, like the
Yeah.
K-pop the young people were getting on there and really showing what was going on.
He was getting butthurt, and he gets revenge. Look what he's doing with the Department of Education. That's all revenge for Trump University. He loves revenge.
So we're in for a long 4 years.
revenge.
I need him as the president of the United States to be above it. His petty should not be
My
that
petty.
petty. Yeah.
I think I'm
Common
even above
petty.
that.
Yeah, it should be common petty.
That's what happens when you respect the office that you hold. He doesn't.
And listen, at his big, whopping, old, big age, he should be beyond that.
He's a petulant child.
You're right. You are right.
So it's Trump talk now. That's what we're on.
But that means people have got to find, other avenues, other ways, build other platforms. I do think there will be some ambitious people who will continue to develop out alternatives, competitors, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be a wild ride.
And let's be honest, people, I know for myself, you just don't know what is going to happen with the app, right? So are we going to get back here and feel like there are changes being made? If the changes that we see, like I feel like something is going to be off. I feel like it's going to go to a meta-esque type world. And we know that you can do whatever you want to on there. No fact checking. And will people stay on the app long enough, or will they build their community and then move somewhere else?
I'll be honest, if people are wise, they will continue to build out their communities on other non-social media-esque platforms. And that way, if something happens, they already have a safety net off of any social media platform. And then they can go, make other decisions. Like I would continue to build elsewhere because I can't trust this.
Absolutely.
Can't trust
So how did you guys spend your downtime?
It was so well. I went out to a bar.
Hey, that's on brand, right?
Right?
What else can I do?
Yeah. I danced to some 80s cheese, and actually they didn't really play that much 80s. That's weird because they're called Velveeta.
Wait, is that the name of the bar?
The name of the band.
Okay, I'm like, is that the name of the bar?
No, the name of the bar is Doggies. It used to be the Skeller. It's a basement.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a nice basement. Well, I mean, don't look at the floors or anything, but it's a college bar.
Okay.
I did have one cute college kid who actually looked like a smaller, younger coach.
Don't do it.
I
Don't do
know. Oh, I know. But he was like, kind of, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm probably old enough to be your parent. But he was cute. He was like, what's your name? I was like, I'm Elfie.
Is that what you did?
No. Actually, I might have.
You probably did.
Probably did.
Or did you make one of your famous voices?
Well, it's serious. It's a serious problem. I discovered last night, like my voices used to come out occasionally, but last night they were coming out a lot. So I don't know if it was like the stress or
the stress
of it all.
It was more like getting my funds out, and I don't know. I mean, I knew it would be back, but it was just like, is it all going to come back? Like, is the money going to come back?
Okay.
So I was like, please no. But
what about you, Shannon?
I was on it till it went down. So I
Okay.
was on the app till it went down. Like I was there for the very end, bitter end.
Going down with the sinking ship.
Yes.
reaching up towards the water.
Then I struggled to stay up because I wanted to watch Saturday Night Live.
Oh, did you watch it?
Was it good?
So I did catch Dave Chappelle's monologue. I did,
That's
which is really
iffy.
kind of what I wanted.
Yeah. I've heard mixed reviews of that one.
Did we go back?
It was mixed. Some of it was very good. His comedy is always rooted in real life situations, just real life, period. And, he can be very topical. And, he shared that because I don't know if you guys remember, for the last couple of elections, kind of the Saturday after the election, he's hosted Saturday Night Live, regardless of outcome. He's hosted. Well, he shared that Lorne Michaels called him, let's say October, and was like, hey, can you do the Saturday after the election? It's like, nah, I don't want to do it.
I
Lauren
wonder
kept
why.
after him, and he decided to do it. He said Lauren gave him a rest and then called him back and was like, can you do it this Saturday before the inauguration? He was like, okay, fine. He challenged Donald Trump, which he did the last time Trump won, and he hosted to not be petty, to be a president for all the people, kind of all the things. He was super serious, and I can respect that. He had jokes about the LA fires, and at the top of it, he was like, could it be too soon for the LA fires? Then he took a deep breath and was like, nah. And then he went into it. But I'm somebody I like and can appreciate his humor because I understand it's totally rooted in everyday life, real life.
Right.
So I could see how it could get mixed reactions. Absolutely. But I enjoyed it.
They said him and Elon are pretty close.
Huh?
I heard that they're pretty good friends. I did hear that. So I don't know.
Nothing surprises me. So nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me at all about people because money makes strange bedfellows.
We got to come back to that one too.
Politics makes even stranger bedfellows. Most things in life don't surprise me anymore. They can disappoint me, but very rarely does it surprise me because I'm like, people are always going to people, baby. They're people. They're going to do what people do. Just people. So, I wouldn't be surprised. And I think those would make for some very interesting conversations because I believe Dave Chappelle is even more uncensored off a stage.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, yeah, you got to figure some of the things that, well, I guess not at this point. In the past, I've always kind of been like, well, there are certain things that are said just to your friends and certain things that are said out in public or just in your head and out in public. So, you're a little more censored when you're out in public.
Because you got to get your money.
Listen, he's not. I remember one of his first stand-ups after he stopped, and he talked about kind of part of why he took a break. Because I don't know if you guys ever saw the Chappelle show. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was so amazing.
Nuts.
I bought the DVDs. It was so good. And I just sit and watch because I was like, it's genius. He said when he signed that record-breaking deal, that put a lot of stress. And he was like, what it shows, he was like, it's one thing to be, Tom and Dick, they're head of, whatever network or group. And they're, all smiles and ha, 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 ha. We want to have you on board. He was like, white people are when you get them behind a closed door. And you're talking large sums of money. He called that out. He was like, baby, they changed that thing up. So he was like, he wanted no part of it anymore, which is part of why he walked away. But so I think, sometimes he says the quiet part out loud.
So while we're talking about people doing crazy shit for money, how much money do we think Snoop got paid?
He sold his soul.
I have never been so thankful that I did not get a Snoop on the stoop. I got Martha, but I didn't get around to getting Snoop. And now I'm very thankful because...
Yeah. I think it'll all come out.
You do? About the sum of money?
I think it'll all leak because somebody's going to leak it because we're too
Petty.
outraged. We're too outraged. And there's the video of him.
The inflammatory video. It's amazing.
My eyes were like the size of saucers.
Everybody needs to find it. If you're listening and you haven't heard it and don't know what we're talking about, just Google it. Isn't it from 2017?
I don't know when it's from, but
I feel like it's 2017.
I'm sure it's old.
I think it was 17. It was very inflammatory. And now he looks like a nut.
And if you're going to watch it for the first time, just make sure your hand's ready to pick up your jaw because
it's rough business. How much did Nelly get paid? And where's his wife?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. We don't do that kind of stuff.
She's catching strays behind that.
She is.
She's collateral damage.
Yeah, I think that one of her fan pages got shut down. Yeah, the comments were rough. And they said that they can't support her anymore because of her husband.
I mean, guilt by association. And that happens, even though you and your spouse could be totally different people. She could have been like, I told you so, and all this, and look at you, what the trouble you causing. But to the public,
she's riding with him, and they have the same thought process. But I tell you what, and I have told my husband, if you ever do something crazy like that and post something wild, I'm going to deactivate your account, and I'm going to put a statement out that you had a mental break. It will be on all of my social media. Please excuse him. He's going through some things. He's had a mental break.
Yeah.
We will not do this.
Prayers
We
are
will not.
appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing this. You don't embarrass the family.
That's the thing. Like, I'm wondering why she has not come out and been like, look, I am married to him and I love him, but I told him no and he didn't listen. So
Do we
he's
feel
an
like
idiot.
she is strong enough to do that or smart enough?
I don't think
Yep, I
she.
said smart. I
I
said
think
it.
so. I think that whatever PR firm is handling them right now is like, hush, just don't say anything. It's going to blow over. But it didn't blow over for Chrisette Michelle. It still hasn't ended great for her.
But she's a woman.
She's a woman, but I don't think it's going to end great for them. And, you know, the amount of money she sold her soul for leaked. And I believe, same thing, it's going to leak.
Was there an amount?
Yeah, it was like $100,000 or something. I don't remember. But yeah, she sold it. It was
I
like,
didn't know. I didn't know the amount came out.
yeah, the amount eventually came out. And I think it will for Nelly and Snoop Dogg and
Soldier Boy, he had his money in his hand.
Well,
So did
I
they
mean,
pay him in cash? I mean, he had it in a wad and he had some profanity laced.
yeah, but
I mean, but we don't expect better from him.
I was just about to say, we
Yeah.
literally, I expect a garbage can to act better.
Absolutely.
So
He's that person that you know is always going to disappoint you, like a little
Mhm.
cousin that you know, he's bad. He's always in some shit. That's who he is.
he was disappointing.
But
I mean, they all were disappointing. All were disappointing. And I get that people, they're going to do what they want to do and it's their right to support that. But
it's also
especially
our right to
Snoop.
judge it.
yeah, and I'm judging.
We looking and listening.
And I judged. Yeah, because I was just thinking, and like Nelly speaking out, his PR company did not wrangle him in. He sounded like a fool.
I think he has a MAGA PR company.
He might, yeah,
Like,
to say, show me that he's a white supremacist.
And he's somebody has fed him some information that he actually, he believes it.
That he was in one class all day. Guys, remember? Window liquor. And I used to think he was cute. And I was like, oh my God, he is.
The gold teeth.
Yeah. Do you think people are going to be angry at Ashanti for longer? Because,
Yes.
like,
and
I probably am.
and you know why?
He's a stupid man. But
You
she
really
should have
think
known
so?
better.
Absolutely. And you know what's
Yeah.
going to come up is they're going to say, well, you spun the block for that. You went back to him. Because, you know, their love story is like,
I know.
oh, this is so cute. They're back together. They're about to have a reality show.
I know.
That shit ain't going to do good.
Like New Edition. Count me.
That shit is not
This
going
is-
to do well.
No, this is a...
Do you think it's a PR stunt?
Yes.
Well, I know that he might need the money because he was in a closet and my closet looked better. It was bad. Go back and look at the interview with him and Willie D.
Yeah.
It was I saw shoeboxes back there.
Shut up.
No, but you are supposed to have money. You should have things organized. And I looked
Yeah.
at that. I said, I'm judging.
Stacy. So speaking of which, we're taking a little left right here. Do you remember, were you watching Versus during the pandemic?
Yes.
Do you remember the Versus between him and Ludacris?
Was it him and Ludacris had one? I thought he was on there with the Saint Lunatics. No, I don't know who I thought he was
had a
on. That's when
versus
he
with
went up to her, wasn't it? It was at a Versus.
No, they were at their home. So this was like truly during the pandemic before they started the joint ones. They were on their own Instagram accounts and it was at each of their homes. And Nelly was like somewhere at his house.
Didn't look too good, did it?
It was a mess. And he was like, oh, my internet dropped. And people were like, your internet dropped? You know, my connection was bad, all this. And it was kind of a little bit of Luda was kind of roasting him. But also the home, like whatever was going on behind here, it was like,
The aesthetic was wrong. Well, he was in a closet when he was talking to Willie D, and I said, looks Walmart-ish.
but Google it. Yeah. That was, I was looking forward to that versus because I was like, oh, this is going to be.
Well, I remember who else had bad audio on Versus. It was Babyface and was it Teddy Riley?
Uh-huh.
Teddy Riley's was off.
That was a mess.
Okay, that was completely.
Yeah. I took
I need to go back and look.
I took a hard left.
So go look at that closet. It's on YouTube, friends. Look it up. The interview with
will.
Willie D and see what you think.
So let me ask this. We're going to circle back to the inauguration stars. And, particularly we're having some heartburn with the Black ones, the African-American ones. Do we have heartburn about the other ones, or do we not have heartburn just because, we assume they were MAGA or they were Trump supporters?
Who has heartburn about Kid Rock? Nobody could. Nobody.
I mean, his music might give me heartburn.
I wonder, is he going to bathe before he goes?
Probably not.
Okay. Rascal Flatts, I think.
I felt like a lot of people were disappointed with that. I saw a couple of videos on that on TikTok late last week when it was announced. Carrie Underwood?
No.
I don't care.
I mean, I have heard she's not a nice person. And I'm in Nashville, so.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
If Nashville don't like you and your country,
it's bad.
I don't particularly care for country music. So.
Yeah, I don't either. They said she is a, see you. And I'll leave it alone.
Next Thursday?
Uh-huh.
I was going to say next Tuesday?
Well, Tuesday or Thursday, whichever one.
We drop on Thursday, so.
You'll be Thursday.
It needs to be Thursday.
That's what I've heard. She is. So I'm like, ooh.
I don't know. But again, nothing surprises me about people.
No, people go people. And with the majority of them, I'm just kind of like, well, yeah, of course. But the Snoop thing.
That was the big one.
That's probably the biggest one that hurt. Nelly is running a close second. Like,
it's
Snoop.
more the fact that he said what he said.
But he didn't stick to it.
I mean, he's doing exactly. Is he going to roast himself? Because didn't he say he was going to roast that motherfucker?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've got Rick Ross, too. His big titties out there.
I'm not paying him no much.
I mean, the one that I want to hear about is Kodak Black.
Nobody cares about him.
He got pardoned, so he feels like he needs to do this. So I get it. But his behavior is going to top Antonio Brown. And that's bad. That's bad.
He's so D-list. Nobody cares.
Who? All of them? All of the above?
Kodak Black.
He don't know where he is.
Nobody cares. So he could,
He probably doesn't even know he's going to inauguration. I'm just saying.
So I'm assuming, and have you guys heard, are all of these shows on the inside now? Because, 4 years ago, we had a bunch of things that took place like at the Lincoln Memorial, out on the National Mall, all these things. So do we know, are all of these shows taking place inside since the inauguration has been moved inside? And isn't there another thing in like
Klan rally tonight? That's what it is.
But I thought there was instead of the parade, there was another rally, celebration, something or other in the arena in Washington.
Well, I know tonight is the rally.
Yeah.
It's going on as we speak. Klan rally. Oh, excuse me. MAGA victory party.
Same thing. They all said they were prepared for the cold weather. So, I mean, it's really sad for them.
Is it?
Let them go outside. Let them watch on big jumbo screens outside.
It's probably 30 people. I mean,
I do feel bad because so let's be clear.
For what? I just made my frown line show. For what?
So from a okay, so listen, y'all are not here for my
no.
Thinking no. I'm thinking no. Willing to hear you out, but thinking no.
Go ahead.
Okay, so listen, y'all. My empathy. So there's a part of me that feels sorry for the people who traveled to the inauguration, because for some of those people, it's like a once in a lifetime thing. For the candidate they supported, they want to see that, right? That's historic, because if it had been the other side, I already had my ticket.
We all would have been there.
Things. So all of it. So, right, there's a disappointing aspect of it for those people because they've traveled all that way. They've spent a lot of money and now nothing. Now, the other part of that is, you're in your FAFO stage, and I I think the man you're supporting played politics with the ceremony. But I do have a measure of empathy for the people because it's a once in a lifetime thing. For many of them, they wanted to come see it. They spent this money. So I get it.
They had travel money, but were worried about eggs, groceries, and gas.
Now
So
they
I'm not
spent,
empathetic about that. I'm not empathetic to people that have willful ignorance. They supported someone that is an evil person. So I'm not empathetic. Go back, spend more.
listen, they toasted it up for Christmas. It was a record breaking Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're concerned about the price of eggs.
Yeah. So they somehow got there. I don't know if they drove, if they got on planes. Like, I don't know. I'm not empathetic to anybody buying a little red hat. That's a cold hat. No fucks to give. Okay.
Thoughts and tariffs. That's all I got. Thoughts and tariffs for you.
LV, what do you think?
I don't agree with Shannon.
Of course, y'all don't agree with me.
No, okay, like, is it sad for them? Absolutely. Be sad. I don't really care. They tell us to stop crying. Like, our candidate didn't win. Stop crying. First of all, let me just get this through your brains. I ain't no fun. No one's crying. Like, we get it. But they don't have empathy for me. I'm tired of being a bigger person. And if you look at the women of the Democratic Party, they clearly are tired of being bigger people too, because a lot of them ain't going.
Can we talk about Michelle Obama and how we need to embody her spirit?
Right. And I was wrong because I thought she probably would go. I am very pleased that she announced that she's not going, but I thought she probably would still. I was just figuring we'd get some face from her.
I initially thought she would go. I'm glad she's not going.
Yeah.
Well, that gives us I know it made me think about things that I don't want to go to, and I feel like I'm obligated to go. So now I'm like, I don't have to do this. I don't feel like it. It doesn't serve me. I'm not going.
If it does not serve you. And why should she sit there, be uncomfortable, put on a brave face, and be still pissed at the way that man talked about her husband, her family, her, all the things, all the ugly things that were said about her and her family? Why should she sit there and endure that?
Because listen, Barack can go. He was the president.
Yeah. Well, aren't they kind
Represent
of
the family.
supposed to go?
Well,
I
it's
mean,
always,
that's what
well,
it's
no,
saying.
because you're supposed to go to your successor's
Yeah,
inauguration, and
Mhm.
that
Again.
obviously didn't happen
And
because
it was
Actually,
no
yeah.
outrage because you were having a temper tantrum.
But, there's a number of women within the Democratic Party that have announced they are not going.
Nancy Pelosi said she wasn't going.
And I ain't a huge fan of hers, but go Nancy. I mean, when
Is AOC not going too?
I don't
I
know.
feel like she said she's not going.
These former presidents' wives are like, find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else
Karen
to do
Pence, I'm sure she's not going to go. The way she
Baby.
acted at that funeral.
it. Baby,
Go
the
ahead
face
on.
she served at Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Well, did y'all see when they were all seated at the funeral and it was like,
Well, all the arrows.
yeah, and it was like,
Yes.
tried to assassinate,
Yeah.
tried to assassinate her husband. Called him this stuff, called her a man, said he wasn't a U.S. citizen. All it was incredible and then cheated on her while she was pregnant with his child and they were married.
Yes. I mean, it's just so many nasty things.
So
Such a-
we can't expect him if he can sit through that. How could we expect him to be uncomfortable ever? Which means he feels no shame ever. So yeah, the standards are higher for other people.
And
I
they
mean,
had
they
the nerve
shouldn't
to
be,
talk.
but they are.
Yeah. This is the thing. This is also, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because technically now, not anymore, because he's becoming the president again, but the way it works is you always sit in the same order. So the order they sat at Jimmy Carter's funeral would always be the order. So the Obamas would always be next to the Trump.
That's
Right.
so
But is it
pitiful.
going to switch?
It's going to
I think it's going to
change.
switch because,
It'll be the Bidens.
yeah,
having
the
this advice.
Bidens will sit next to the Obamas going forward. And then Trump will sit next to Biden going forward. But usually you have your
Yeah.
order. That's how Michelle and George W. became really close because they're going to
near
always
each
sit
other.
next to the Bushes.
Is he
For-
coming? Is Bush coming? Because I know they're skipping the luncheon.
They're
The
all
inaugural
all
luncheon.
the
Yeah.
presidents are skipping the luncheon. All former presidents are skipping.
They just said, I'm going to be there for the picture. I got to go to the inauguration, but fuck the other stuff.
So I think they're putting on a brave face for the peaceful transfer of power and the belief in our democracy. I think that is because every living president, with the exception of Bush, is a Democrat. And I think they believe in our democracy, so they're doing that. But they're like, we draw the line. We're doing that one thing, and then we're going to go on about our business. I wonder if they're going to lunch together. Y'all
hope
think they're
so.
going to lunch together?
I
I
hope
hope
they're
so. And I
going
hope
to
they
like
talk-
Clyde's or something, like something super old school, like
And smoke
BC.
cigars
Yeah, like
Private
and take
club.
pictures
Private club. I go to a private club.
and
Having
take
lunch.
pictures.
oh God, of a club
And
that
they,
Trump won't let Trump in.
yes.
But part of me wonders too if this is also like kind of for Jimmy Carter a little bit too. You know, like we're gonna do him a solid,
And say,
go, be like, and then we're just gonna bounce.
Because I think the Carters only missed the last inauguration.
Yeah.
They missed Biden's. I
Yeah.
think they were there. I believe they were there for
they were
Trump.
at the Obamas.
And they were at the
too.
Obamas. I think they were there for the Trumps. I can't.
No,
quite-
I'm 99.9999% sure they were
So
there.
yeah, I love me some Jimmy Carter.
I feel like especially like Rosalind Carter, just a little.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do this, but and then I think maybe the women were probably like, well, Jimmy's not around to be like, ladies.
So this makes me wonder now, right? Do we think Laura Bush is showing up? Because Michelle said, you damn sure better find somebody else to do it.
They have probably had three-way calls. Like, girl, are you going to this shit? No, I'm not doing this shit. I don't want to sit around with that. Then they'll have us on camera with our faces looking the way that they look, and we'll have to hear about that. Girl, just sit out. Okay, girl, I'm going to stay at home too. I hope so. But then they probably said, but we don't want to leave Jill by herself.
Yeah. And you know that Melania turned down the traditional First Lady tea with Joe Biden.
Are we surprised? Was she posing for Playboy during that time?
Might have been.
Pew, pew.
I would have hoped she would be better than that.
God.
She is trash, just
Listen,
like
I
him.
said I would have hoped.
So you wanted her to be better than him.
I did. I actually did. But birds of
No.
a feather. This goes back to the Ashante Nelly thing. Like husband, like husband, like wife.
She trashed. And she's probably
Are you trying to
busy.
think something nice?
Yeah, I'm trying not to like go to jail. But she's just one of those women that literally only cares about power and
Mhm.
money.
That's why she married him.
Yeah, and that's why she stayed with him.
That's the kind of stuff that makes me sad.
But
And
that's
that's just-
willful. She chose
Huh.
this. She chose this.
I know, but what kind of person chooses to be probably miserable, not happy, not fully fulfilled, not happy for the money and the power? Is it really worth it?
Do you think she has a boyfriend?
100%.
Exactly. So she doesn't care.
No.
And so she might know whatever condition he has and might be counting down the days. Like,
I'm
let's
sure
just go
she's got
ahead
it
and like,
quicker.
okay, we got just a little bit more time. I can stick it out.
I guess I'm somebody. None of that is worth it. I would walk away from it all.
Well, you have a soul.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see. So I want
And
to
you've
always
not
assume.
posed nude.
No,
You've
no,
not chose to be a floozy.
not even in my banging 20s body. No,
Absolutely.
no.
So you two are not the same.
Yeah.
I always want to believe the best of people, and I wanted to believe the best in her.
Well, that's lovely.
What was the coat that she wore? We don't care.
No,
It had
I
something
think
on
it
the
was
back.
I don't care.
Yeah. So it was just like, okay, that was a statement in itself. It was during
You're
Puerto
correct.
Rico.
Yeah.
So yeah, that said everything because I think everybody wanted to say, well, maybe she's the softer person here.
Yeah. I mean, I
the
definitely did in the
relationship.
beginning.
And then it was like, "Well, she's just like him."
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that our politics have become this, that it's just so divisive, inflammatory.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we're the moderates. And the moderates get flack for being moderates. In the Senate, in the House, the far left and right mount campaigns to unseat the moderates. And then some of the moderates have been frustrated that they've resigned because
They can't get anything done.
can't get anything done.
Well, and then there are some that I heard an interview with Eric Swalwell, and he was talking about how some, especially of the MAGA or further right, are so performative that they, will grandstand, basically call for Swalwell's head, and then see him in the gym and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's up? You want to go get a drink later?" And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" He also said that there was something that happened recently. What was it? It was the border bill. He was in the gym at the Capitol building, like the, private gym. He's in there. There were some unnamed Republican lawmakers. It comes out that Trump and Musk are basically calling for the bill to be killed, and all the notifications start going off. And there were literal Republican lawmakers being like, fuck, 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 because they knew it wasn't good, but they had to go along with it, and they were going to have to be performative. And he actually said the only one that he was like, I'm pretty sure he said something to the effect of like, I don't want to say I admire her, but at least she's leading with conviction, is Marjorie Taylor Greene, because he's like, she wants to kill me. She wants to kill me in the chamber. She wants to kill me out of the chamber. It doesn't matter. Like, she wants to kill me.
That's the thing. And that's what I hate. Forget it was like in a book or it came out like close to the end of Trump's term. Like they all went along with it because he was winning. Not that it was the right thing to do, not that it made sense, but he had the country's ear, the base's ear. It played to the base. So they go along with it, knowing it's wrong, knowing they're lying, knowing he's gaslighting the people, knowing it's not fake news, it's real news, it's true, it's all the things.
People don't care.
That makes me sad. Like, we have really sold our souls for this kind of stuff. Is this
We've
what, really
sold
what
our
we're doing?
soul and done performances at places where we should not be. I mean, this is where we are. It's 2025. We are, 19 days in? Feels like a year.
They're going to have to answer to that.
They don't think so. They don't think so. They don't feel like there are any consequences for bad behavior.
Baby, couldn't sleep at night. If I would have done some of the things that these lawmakers.
Again, you haven't sold your soul.
Absolutely.
But, and I'm not saying I don't, like, would I love it to go back to, and I almost hate to even bring him up, but Joe Scarborough, because he talks about, like, when he was in Congress, that both sides would then go out for a steak dinner or go for a drink and, like, have these conversations and try to work together. I want both sides to work together. But when we have first of all, the extremes of both are insane and making it harder for everyone kind of in between. But then, so, like, the majority of the other side is just in this performative bullshit, or they're straight up Looney Tunes, crackjack, window licking Trump's windows, that it's like impossible. But do I want them to work together again? Absolutely.
Because we could get so much, we're spinning our wheels. We can't get anything done. Nobody's getting bills passed. And yeah. Just,
we look like bad children to other nations that have not been punished. We just fight. It's awful.
Well, and to bring it kind of back to the TikTok thing, I just keep thinking, like, when we are children, or if you have a child, if they do their chores when they're children, in the beginning, you praise them so they understand that is a good, positive reinforcement. But at some point, positive reinforcement has to, you don't get a medal every time you clean up your own mess. And so the fact that there are so many people on TikTok being like, thank you, President Trump, let me put on my American flag onesie and zip it up and be like, yay, America. Like, he made the mess, but he's an adult. And is he cleaning it up in a good way? I don't think so. But we don't know. But either way, he's the one who initially made the mess. So he don't get praise for cleaning it up.
But we are in the era of participation trophies.
I'm so
think about that. Everybody gets a trophy. Everyone's
does.
rewarded.
No.
My other
Everyone
concern
wins.
about all of that is the some of the ramifications, right? So part of this whole concern about TikTok was influence, right? From China, that kind of thing, right? But with kind of the pop-up message about the app being banned and mentioning President Trump and then the welcome back message thanking him, right? My question and my concern about TikTok, because we know the algorithm can be manipulated. What's going to be pushed in the algorithm now?
That's why I said I don't trust it.
I'm going to be paying attention to all the things very, very closely. I might even reset my algorithm just to see kind of what comes up and what's being pushed out.
It's probably a good
Terrible
thing to
idea.
do.
I think I might reset my algorithm.
I think we should all should, but I'm kind of just really happy that I'm entering my villain era, because if that's what's going to happen, I'm smart enough to know and have a little fun. I mean, I will probably get suppressed, but at least it'll get the anger out.
And that's the other thing, is content going to be suppressed? You know, certain content going to go out further into the algorithm? Is content going to be suppressed? You know, kind of what is this all going to look
What
like?
happened during those 14 hours?
Yeah. So I'm playing with it a little on a number of my video, because I've been a banshee of content today since TikTok came
Yes, you
back.
have. Yes, you have.
But I've been putting in the hidden keywords. Thank you, Trump, TikTok ban.
Have you?
Yeah. I'm trying to get to the wrong side of TikTok. But
So you
I
just
just want
wanna
to
start-
see,
you
because I
wanna
want to
start
see
some
if
shit.
the algorithm, even though I'm saying he sucks ass and I think he's a window licker, I just
Can't
want to see
remember
if
if I
it still
put
pushes
Trump.
it out.
I put TikTok ban
Oh, yeah.
in my hidden words.
No,
I don't
Trump.
remember if I
Trump.
put Trump. I don't think I did.
Trump saves TikTok. Thank you, Trump. President Trump.
My fingers just won't let me do that.
Oh, she's like,
Now
I
you
gotta
know I
see
will
where
give-
it goes. I gotta see where it goes.
Now you know
I'm
that I will
doing
be
this-
in TikTok jail.
I'm just doing it for research.
Yeah, you get strikes, ma'am. You wouldn't even get warnings. You'd get strikes. We don't need that. We do not need
like-
that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Because I am
No,
having
ma'am.
at it on IG.
Well, you can have it over there because they don't got
Yeah.
no rules anymore.
No rules. And I am, look, we are leaderless. Oh, and I'm over there wild. But I have a time. I wake up and I'm like, said something smart. And I really want to start it off. Look at here, bitch. But that probably is a little bit too far.
You can reply. I believe, can't you reply to comments on Instagram?
I have yet to figure that out. I usually take a picture of the comment, but I think you can. I just don't know how you do it.
They added the functionality. You can reply to a comment on Instagram unless they disabled it. They had it like a few months ago. They rolled it out, like
I
late
don't know that
summer,
I ever had it.
late summer, early fall.
I'm
No.
looking
Reply
because
to a
we're
comment.
clearly just a hot mess, and I'm the hot mess of the group. So,
Are you? We might be tied.
I mean, you've got a well-paying job. Yeah, I think I win right now.
Okay.
Right now. Give me now.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, let me
Winning.
see. Winning.
Look at my face.
A time is about to be had, y'all. A time is about to be had.
These fingers are about to go. That's what I'm going to do tonight.
Time's gonna be had.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm very concerned about what the algorithm is gonna do and look like over the next few weeks.
The next few weeks will probably be a telltale sign. because I'm just wondering, like, what changed in the background yesterday? Because I mean, it did not go down at 12 at the beginning of the 19th. It went off, like, for me, it was about 9:30.
It went like most people, I think, lost access Eastern time between 10:30 and 11.
Okay. So yeah, it started glitching. So they didn't even give us till 12. It went away. And I know this morning when we were talking, I noticed mine was up on my computer. And I was like, wait a minute, I can look at my profile.
Yeah, I totally didn't know. I think I tried this morning just
Mhm.
to see, but in my head, I was thinking Monday night, sometime Tuesday or Wednesday. Realistically, I thought that's
I
when.
was like, what is this? Why am I able? And my videos were playing. So I was like, but what happened in the back, on the back end? Did they manipulate something?
But this, I mean, and I've seen several videos in my algorithm today that they believe it's a stunt, which I mean, I do too. It was a stunt.
Yeah.
100%.
So the stunt.
It's kind of like that money that we got, stimulus money. We are getting excited and getting tricked.
Yeah.
Trump gave me a check.
No, the Democratic Congress gave you a
We
check.
know that now, but window lickers don't.
No, they still think Trump did because Trump signed it.
Uh-huh.
Civics. You can
Well,
go back and sit.
Girl, some people stayed in one class all day. They didn't go to no damn civics. They did good to count to 10. Out of here. Alas.
Good to count to 10.
Well, in full disclosure, we are recording this on Sunday, 19th?
The
Of
eve of
February.
Inauguration.
Inauguration Eve.
All right.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
we got a fun week.
It's going to be interesting. Everybody, keep
Pray.
your eyes and ears peeled for all the things.
Head on a swivel.
Are we all resetting our algorithms?
Absolutely.
I'm going to reset. I'm going to enjoy tonight. I'll reset in the morning because I think there's some things coming up in my feed I want to see. And I've got like a ton of DMs to get through. But I'm going to reset it in the morning. Like first thing in the morning when I get up, I'm going to reset it and see where it goes.
Hopefully it doesn't go to hell.
Jesus. All right. Should we do the good bit, the bad, and the ugly?
Let's go.
Good. Let's see. What is good about the week? We made it through. I mean, I don't know.
I would say my good would be the fact that I decided I'm going to be in my villain era and just not give a fuck. And look what's happening. The world is my oyster right now. So,
You have another good.
oh yeah, but I don't have breast cancer. I forgot we didn't talk about because I on Sabrina's like, this may be the last stigma Friday I've ever. That. Not making fun of any, that was me ugly crying on the internet. But I came back. I have something. What do I have?
A fibrocystic breast.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Shannon said it like a mama.
I know. Because she,
That
I was like,
fibers.
when she called me, I was like, I can't remember what it's called.
And she was like, it's something. And I forget, she said something and I was
think
like,
I said, because I think I said something to the effect of like, I should have known because I have such a history with fibroids.
oh, yeah. And I said, oh, so you have fibrocystic breast. She goes, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Shannon is the auntie.
Yeah. I, again, knew this right away. I was like, she's going to take care of me.
Uh-huh. You're good, Shannon.
But yeah.
You might have a job on the horizon.
What a blessing.
Part-time, like a contract job. That'll do me right. And then I pick up teaching, back up teaching in May. I'm sorry, March. I have a mini master to teach.
No sugar daddy as of yet?
We're still looking for one. We're still taking applications for sugar daddies.
Are we chatting with anyone?
Yeah, but I have some accountability partners on TikTok and including ULV that we're going to work on that this week.
Okay.
What, your
We're getting
profile?
super organized.
Your profile?
It's pretty good. I've been swiping. I just haven't been chatting.
Okay.
Why?
When I've matched.
So here's what the thing that I do is I have a question I just ask every time because it makes it so much easier. Like just have it ready to go, just throw it and we see where it goes, right? So I literally ask, would you rather be a dinosaur or have one as a pet every damn time? And I know that sounds crazy, but if they're like, what? They don't have my sense of humor, we ain't getting along.
Okay.
Right? If they lean into it, yay. If they like kind of answer it, like we'll see where it goes. But in the past, the ones that have answered really well and that then I've gone on a date with, there's usually been a second date.
Okay.
So
Good
just
way to
find
weed
a
'em out.
question that, yeah, like And then you just send it all the time.
That's good.
It takes the stress away.
Because I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't
Hey.
either.
Hi.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hello.
Don't do that. Send the bear.
Hi.
Send the bear
Hi.
just waving.
Hi. Is there anybody in there? Hi. Hi. So,
Okay. We'll follow up on that.
yes. Making progress.
Okay. Bad, ugly TikTok ban. And then the politics that came along with it. So we have another show.
My bad was like it has to do with the band, but they got people all riled up. Riled up. I mean, they whipped people up into a frenzy.
Rama.
For 14.
I'm sending them my therapy bill.
Agent of chaos. My
He
girlfriend
is of
said
God. God is not the author of confusion.
it. Yeah. My girlfriend said that months ago, and I was like, you know what? That is so true. It's an agent of chaos.
Yeah, because people were really in their feelings about this.
I saw some crash outs.
Well, and I knew it was coming back, but I still got kind of emotional because it was just like, well, what if it doesn't? Well, deep down, I kept saying it's going to come back. Like I knew, but there would just be these moments where it was like, okay,
People
but
better prepare. It's either going to drastically change or it's going away.
Absolutely. And be prepared now. So
Yeah.
move differently. Well, LV, I called Shannon yesterday and I texted her. I was like, you were crying.
so many
know.
people, well, and so many people have reached out to me over the past few days being like, I just want, in case like this does go away, I just wanted you to know, like, you changed my life. I found Fridays because of you. I've lost 58 pounds because of you. I've lost 45 pounds because of you. I have confidence because I figured out how to do my makeup, and like my husband is, interested. Like he's just, wow. So many people were telling me what my past just under a year on TikTok, how it's affected them. That I kind of started to lose it a little.
I saw the video. I was like, oh, I text Shannon.
Yeah.
So I'm, in general, not a crier, which is a running joke among my friends. And I
didn't used to be.
Kind of a neutral. However, I got tagged in a lot of videos yesterday and a lot of DMs, like people wanting to stay in touch. So here's my number. I shared my number. And just a lot of, kind of like LV, a lot of thank yous. Oh my God, you're just so kind. I really enjoyed my mornings with you. All of that, which for me, not necessarily emotional, but it fills my emotional bank account, my love bucket. Like it makes my heart happy. So I'm just like,
I can't believe you're not a crier.
No. It would take some of my friends to come on and talk about that, because if you get me to cry, it's a really huge deal.
Challenge.
I was like, you seem to be forgetting I have one of your friends' phone numbers now. I'm going to give her a little text message and be like,
how did we do this?
Tanya would tell you.
Yeah, no, I'm totally reaching out to her and be like, we need to have you on the podcast. Can you be a guest, please? Thank you.
Listen, and she'd give all the personality.
I know, she's lovely. I really like her.
I cry. Can you believe that?
But see, I think that this is okay because she is so like kind and like, oh, I feel sorry for the maggots that, spent all that money and now they can't watch the Mango Mussolini get inaugurated. Like, and you and I are like, yeah, fuck that. Meanwhile, we're like bawling in corners, like because a puppy is on the screen.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But you know what? I'm a very logical person. So like I said, I'm like, it's all the training. Oh, it fills my emotional bank account. My love bucket is all full.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those people. I'm like, that is just, and then, so yeah.
Nope. I'll cry at a movie if something touches me. I'm a crier, but
it takes a lot.
Not at weddings and things like, especially not at my own.
It takes a lot.
I've cried at a couple of weddings and I don't know where it came from. It just kind of like came out.
Did you feel ashamed when it happened? Like, where is this
Yeah,
coming from? Who
usually.
is this person?
Yeah, usually, yes. Because it was like it was very few and far between that I would actually cry until they took my girly parts, and then that kind of changed some shit.
Oh,
I cry a lot more now. But it's good to express your emotions.
cuss.
It is. It's very good. Very good.
My bad is the whole TikTok thing. Fortunately, I don't regret that. The only reason why it's not my ugly is because I don't regret anything that I posted outside of maybe the ugly crying. I do regret the ugly, like straight up ugly crying
Did I miss
on
this?
a live Friday night. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, I mean, it was
Would
not
I have
good.
taunted you?
Yes.
About-
Although Mary was up there with me in my defense. And so we kind of got each other even harder. And then Jay was involved, Buddha. So it was, yeah.
It just whipped them all up.
It was the perfect storm. And I did not have a chance because I was like, oh, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Like, people are going to think I'm heartless because I'm not going to cry because we're going to be back. But then in that moment, it
went to hell in a handbasket, didn't it?
real fast. And then my ugly is I got ghosted by Coach. So I am back on Bumble,
Let's
which
go.
is also ugly.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, at least I figured out how to record again with green screen. So we're good.
Well, hey, we're all here. We made it through another week.
Yes, we did. Thank goodness. And what a big week it is coming up.
It's going to be a bigger one next week when we film.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, we will.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, it's been real, guys.
Friends, if you are interested in a live episode, we A, figured out how to do it, and B, we have enough subscribers on YouTube to do it. So let us know in the comments if you want to see a live episode from us and what you would want the topic to be.
Our topic.
We'll do it.
Yeah. Make sure you follow our socials everywhere because we never know when something's going to get banned. And we are at the A Collective Pod everywhere.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Sisterhood meets sass. Bro, this is funny. This
Oh, I'm putting bloopers in at the end of every episode. I mean, they all said that rude. I was like, where'd Shannon go?
I'm like, I was trying to mute myself and apparently I hit the camera.
You did, because you went away.
Oh, God.
Watch our podcast. We know what we're doing.
Not